Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope everyone is doing good. So today I'm going to talk about emotional intelligence and what does emotional intelligence look like, or what does emotional maturity look like. Yeah. So before I get into the signs of emotional maturity or emotional intelligence, first of all, we all need to understand that you all must have come across this word called plasticity. Yeah. So plasticity is basically defined as the brain's capacity to form neural pathways. Yeah, neural pathways that is very different from the existing one, and these pathways are responsible for our thoughts, imagination, and these neural pathways are also responsible for our habits and behavior. Yes, they do influence our habit and behavior, and they are responsible for it as well. So at any point of time, our brain can create these new neural pathways, and we can always start up new habits. We can always let go of the older habits and take up newer habits, newer healthier habits, and we can start doing those micro changes or bigger changes. Slow and steady is the key, but yes, it's not that difficult to unlearn, then relearn, and then go about it. Yeah. So I mean, our brain is capable of doing that, so it's not the end, and that is what emotional intelligence or emotional maturity is based on. How well we resolve those old habits, those old thinking patterns, and how intelligently we include those newer thought patterns, newer small, big, whatever habits into our lifestyle, and that's how the change begins in us. So that's not very difficult. In case if you all want to do some research on neuroplasticity, you all can take up the topic and read a couple of articles out there. You can just Google it, or check out on YouTube. So I mean, why did I talk about plasticity? Because with the help of this neuroplasticity, we can recreate and rewire and reconnect things in our life. Yeah. So this is very essential for our emotional intelligence, and that is how we become emotionally mature and intelligent. Otherwise, there is no way. We are a closed door, we are a closed box. So now let us get into the first sign. What is the first sign of emotional maturity or emotional intelligence? I mean, signs that we are becoming more intelligent, emotionally intelligent, and of course with intelligence comes maturity. So again, it's all connected. So the first sign is that we embrace change rather than running away from it. Yes. See, the only constant is a change. The only permanent constant is a change. And when we are becoming emotionally mature, we understand that everything changes, and we are quite used to the fact that everything changes. So there is nothing that doesn't change. Yeah. So we accept it wholeheartedly, and it's not a very taboo thing for us that a person has changed, or situation has changed, or time has changed, or people have changed, technology has changed. We embrace change. The basic point that I want to clear out here is that we become very okay with change. We embrace change, and don't run away, and we are not scared of change. Yeah. The next point is that we become more empathetic towards others, and having empathy towards others is accepting them the way they are and listening them out. Empathy doesn't mean to move mountains. Empathy means to appreciate and understand and to listen out whatever the person has to say, or whoever that person is, or whatever they are. Yeah. So this is what empathy is, in addressing and communicating with people the way how they want, and the way how they accept themselves, and the way how they are. So accepting them for who they are, accepting their perception, accepting their viewpoints and whatever they have to say and whoever they are. So that is what empathy is. So we become more empathetic once we are emotionally mature. The next sign is we don't recoil from constructive criticism. Often what happens is that when we are really in a mess, you know, when there is a lot of turbulence, when there is a lot of doubts, issues, toxicity, less healing, you know, we often run away from constructive criticism. Instead, constructive criticism could be really good. It can bring about some interesting thoughts and which can help you evolve more or become a better version of you. So once we are emotionally mature, we don't get scared of constructive criticism. We take criticism, you know, in a very sporting manner. It's fine, let them criticize. Constructive criticism, so constructive criticism is very different from mudslinging, smear campaign and trolling. So we need to understand the difference. So constructive criticism is something where a person is trying to talk about some things which is not right according to them that you have done, and you need to look into it and maybe you can evaluate and come up with a better version of doing that. Yeah, so this is what constructive criticism is. Trolling, mudslinging, character assassination and abusing, bullying, I don't think that is constructive criticism. So kindly please have that clarity. The next sign of being emotionally mature, or rather the next sign of being emotionally intelligent is that your emotions don't determine your actions. We don't work emotionally, or we are not all our actions are influenced by our emotions. We know how to control our emotions, we know how to regulate our emotions, and our emotions no longer affect or influence our actions. Yeah, so that is what happens when we are emotionally mature, and we become more stable, we become more calm, we have more clarity. So we are just not impulsive and jump into it and react. We think. So our emotion, any kind of an emotion, no longer determines our action. So it's absolutely separate. Yeah, we feel about things, so we feel about it, but we don't let those feelings affect our actions or influence our actions. That is one of the signs of emotional maturity or emotional intelligence. Yeah, the next sign is that you become a good listener. Yes, when you become emotionally stable, when you become emotionally mature and intelligent, you become a good observer, you become a good listener. So you don't always jump in with your points, you listen to others as well, and then you express what you have to express or say what you have to say. So you become a good listener, you become a good observer as well. The next one is that with emotional maturity and with this growing emotional intelligence, your nature also becomes very consistent. So there is nothing erratic, like one time you are this, one time you are that, one time you are in this state, one time you are in that state. So you become very stable, and you are very aligned, you are very stable, you are very calm, and you exhibit a very consistent nature with your behavior, with your words, with your action. It's all nice, there is nothing erratic, it's all calm, it's consistent. Yeah, and nothing really heckles you. By the word consistent means nothing heckles you or nothing influences you. You are going at your own pace, and you are going towards whatever trajectory that you have set. So it's all streamlined, there is no chaos or turbulence because of any other external factor or influence. The next sign is that you begin to understand or rather we begin to understand the meaning of prioritizing things in life. Yes, we begin to prioritize, and that is something which is very essential. When we are emotionally immature, or when we are not emotionally intelligent, we don't have any priority. We one time we jump onto this, then we get onto that. We don't have any priorities at all set. But once you are stable, your emotions are properly regulated, and you are all peaceful, you are able to prioritize. Okay, first I need to accomplish this, second I need to do this, third I need to do this. So there is a lot of routine, and there is a lot of prioritization that happens in your life. Yes, which only happens after you become emotionally mature. Yeah, and of course maturity comes with intelligence. The next one is that you are more you start becoming more accepting towards various people's opinion and various lifestyles and various diversity and opinions. So it's okay for you. You start embracing the difference. You don't negate, or you don't dismiss differences. You start embracing and accepting the differences, and you are okay with it. That is an important sign of intelligence. The next is that your action becomes more and more intentional. So there is nothing that you do senselessly and under any influence and all. It's all thought, and it's all intentional. It's not under any influence. You think over it, and you figure out the consequences, you figure out the result, impact, and everything. It's a very conscious act that you get into. So your actions are very intentional. It's not under any influence or senselessly that you just jump into out of being impulsive, or out of having some kind of compulsion. So yes, that comes with emotional maturity. The next one is that you become more self-confident. Yes, with emotional maturity and emotional intelligence, yes, one becomes more confident in whoever he or she is, and it's absolutely okay to feel confident about your skin, and to feel okay and secure into whatever skin you are. Yeah, it's okay to be happy and to feel safe the way you are. There's nothing wrong. If you don't accept yourself, how would the world accept you? Yeah, so I mean, it's okay. Whoever you are, you need to be confident, you need to be happy, you need to be peaceful. That's it. That's what a good human should think and function. Yeah. The next one is that you are no longer envious of people. Often what happens is that when we don't have emotional maturity or emotional intelligence, we have this problem of being envious or jealous or insecurity. All of these things are there when you are growing up, and it goes away with time. The more realization, the more understanding you have, and the more sorted you become, the more you heal yourself emotionally, you start seeing changes in you. So earlier, something which used to make you envious, now nothing makes you envious. You are happy the way how you are, and you know where you have to go and what you need to get. So there, you don't see anyone as a competitor or a competition. No, it's all fine, and you are no more envious of anyone around you, and that's absolutely fine. I think envy, jealousy, it's all goes back to insecurity, and that is what leads to emotional immaturity. Yeah. So yes, this was all about emotional maturity, and the signs of emotional maturity, signs that we have become mature. And how did we become mature? We did become mature with healing, with knowledge, intelligence, and doing the right things. So this is how we become mature. We don't become mature with gray hair or pink hair or blue hair or black hair or blonde hair. We become mature as we heal. We become mature as we accept. we become mature the moment we start accepting ourselves the way how we are. Yeah, so there's a lot of changes that happens, when we begin to emotionally heal ourselves. Yes, we become emotionally mature too. So yes, this was all about emotional maturity, emotional intelligence, and the science of it. So hope you guys liked the video. Please do like, share, subscribe the channel, and lots of love and blessings to all of you. In case I have missed in something, you all can always comment below, or in case if you have something from your life to share, you can always comment below. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye.